Good morning, everybody. Hello. I'm Heather, and I am here for Renee. How are you guys doing this morning? Hello, Candy. How are you? So, yeah, good morning. Normally you have Renee, but today you're going to have me all day. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to do, I don't know, we're going to maybe even talk about skincare. We're going to just kind of roll with it and see what happens. But I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. So this morning, I kind of want to go over, hey, Candy, I want to go over the, like how easy it is to airbrush. For the first one, I think it's important to go over how easy it is and how anyone can do it. And there is a learning curve, just like anything you start that's new, and just like anything that you're doing for the first time. Don't expect to be an expert the very first time you do it. And so make sure you're having fun with it. Make sure you're relaxed about it, and know that, hey, it's makeup. And if worst case scenario, you just take it off and keep going. I did already prep my face. I had a great weekend. It was wonderful. We didn't have a lot of cell service or internet, so that was kind of different and actually kind of fun. Was able to really relax and just have a wonderful weekend. All right. So I did just prep myself with the Contour AM Ignition Lotion, which is a true lotion. It's not one that you actually, obviously, that you just saw me put it on, spray on. You're actually going to rub that on. And I love it because it smells like morning. It smells amazing. And so I really do love it. I am going to start off with my brows. And that's the first thing, because to me, it helps gauge everything else, like helps me put everything else kind of in order. And so I am going to start off with, I kind of mix, I'm going to do the Duo Brow, the 2-in-1. Thank you, Candy. So I do the 2-in-1. Whoops, this is the wrong color. Let's go. I think these are the, okay. Let me check. There's brown and taupe. Okay, so I kind of mix them together. Oh, you got all your stuff in the mail on Friday? That's awesome. It's always fun to get products. I actually got stuff and I was out of town and I was like, oh. All right, so I'm just doing some brush-like strokes. And this taupe is a little bit too light for me, but I like mixing the taupe and the brown together because it does, it gives me a better look. Because even though I have blonde hair, my natural hair is darker. And so I feel like you need to stick with what you're, for the most part. I mean, I know people dye their eyebrows too. And so, if that's the case, then go with what your eyebrows are. But I feel since mine are already so dark and, my roots, you can tell that I have darker hair too. So I feel like it just goes along with it. And so I kind of go in and fill in with the taupe, and then I'm going to go back and tweak it with the brown just to create maybe that edge right there, going down a little bit. And so mainly, I guess what I do is mainly fill them in. Good morning, Tamberly. How are you? I mainly go in and fill them in with the taupe, and then I tweak them with the brown so they don't get too dark. Does that make sense? So I feel like it's easier to go in with when you're doing the 2-in-1 brow pencil, it's easier to go in with the lighter shade first and then tweak with the darker shade so it doesn't get too dark. And then I'm going to take Just a clean spoolie. How are you doing this Monday morning, Tamberly? And just kind of brush that through right there. Okay, and so the other thing is this gives me a chance, or gives my lotion that I put on, the AM Ignition lotion, a chance to kind of get into my skin and settle before airbrushing. And so that's why I like it. That's why I do it that way. All right, let's go over real quick the starter kit. I know that a lot of you have already received this. And so this is what your starter kit might look like. It has the system with it. It also has 2 shades of foundation. And we give you the 2 shades so you can mix and match. You can mix and match 365 days a year, which is pretty amazing. And then we give you the 2 big bottles so you can use it, practice. You probably won't go through both of them, but just have fun and experiment with it and play with it and get used to it. And then we also give you Love and a blush. Now you can tell that the Love and the blush are the smaller bottles, but that's so you can, you don't need as much. You're not going to use maybe those every single day. So let's see. Tamberly just asked me a question. Candy, I haven't had a chance, baby. I didn't have internet. I did, Tamberly. I did. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of different just because of the fact that we didn't have internet. We didn't have really great cell service, and so we were able just to relax. It was really good. Thank you for asking, by the way. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie says, I'm so glad I finally caught one of you. It is live. Yay! I'm having an issue with the foundation looking orangish. I've only used it twice because of this. So Stephanie, tell me, babe, what foundation you're using and what shade, and let's go from there. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Chris, how are you? Yo, Chris, you're still struggling. If I could tell you anything, know that the airbrush, the stencils do not have to like lay flat on your eyebrow. Like you don't have to lay them flat like that. You can just hold them on the corner, work the beginning to the edge, or beginning to the arch. Yeah, it's Monday. And the arch from the tail. And you're just going to spray super, super light. Running the sprayer. Your medium and your shade 3. Stephanie, okay. Let's see. Medium 30. Okay. I'm having 2 questions going on, so I'm like, wait, I want to make sure I answer everybody. So Stephanie, regarding what foundation finish are you using? Are you using the Silk 4-in-1? Are you using Mystic? Are you using try that, or tell me that. And then Chris, you were trying to hold it into place. Yeah, that is that's the great thing about this. I wish I could find my stencils. I put them in a safe place. I don't know where I put them. And now I can't find them. So I'm gonna have to look again. But when you're doing the stencil, I'm like, do I have something I can just pretend to be a stencil? You honestly, because when I do them, the stencils aren't thick enough up here that I like. So I end up spraying and then adjusting it and then spraying again. And so it doesn't even have to be flat to your skin when you're doing it. So yes, try that for sure. But Tracy, let me know. I look like Tracy says she looks like she had a stroke sometimes. Tracy, no. Guys, it does take some getting used to as far as like playing with it, but you will get it, I promise. And the other thing that I do sometimes too is I will put it on and spray it, And then I go back with the Duo eyebrow pencil and kind of tweak it a little bit. So again, know that you can do that, and then have some Q-tips close by, because if you do get out of the area, like, you know, if you got like a little drip or whatever, you can clean it up. And it's super easy to do that too. So don't think, again, I think what we do with airbrush makeup and with the stencils and all of that, I think we think it has to be perfect the first time. Just like the foundation, okay, Stephanie, hold on. I'm going to tell you, because you probably have the silk. So I'm going to tell you what to do. But anyway, as I'm thinking what Stephanie was going to do. But you don't have to be as perfect. There's always ways to fix it. And so don't think, again, that, oh, I have to do this perfectly. No, you can fix it. You can fix it with concealer. You can fix it with, honestly, a Q-tip. Just fix it with a Q-tip as you're doing it. So it makes it super, super easy. So Stephanie, chances are you have the Silk 4-in-1, and just been doing this for a while, so I know. If you are fine, if you have the Silk 4-in-1, that's awesome, because of the fact it is our more forgiving foundation. Hello, Brianna, how are you? It is our more forgiving foundation because it does have your anti-aging properties in it. It has your moisturizer primer, it has your concealer, and it has your foundation. And so if it is too orange for you, or you're turning orange, chances are you are spraying too hard. If we have you in the right range, you're spraying like you would a traditional foundation, where you're spraying where you can see it. So I'm about to spray in just a minute, and I'm going to show you how light you are spraying. But I do want to put this out real quick. When you first get your system, I want you to get it out of the box and practice with air and the water. When you turn this on, when you turn your system on, there's air that comes out. And the great thing about that is wherever the air is where the makeup is going. And so if you can just sit there and kind of just feel the air, then you'll know that. And then you do want to move your stylus all the way around. And this is the movement that you're going to be doing. You can go up and down on your neck. And notice I'm not racing. I'm not doing it really fast. I can go like that underneath my eyes. But notice that I never, even under my eyes, when I started my foundation, you'll see that I never stay in one spot too long. You're always going to move the stylus. You also want to make sure that you keep it 4 finger widths away. You don't want to get too close, and you don't want to pull back too far. So keep it about 4 finger widths away. And then the biggest thing you want to do or practice is the pulling back of the trigger. This is going to be super, super light. You do not want to pull back too hard, because that's going to release too much makeup, and then you're putting it on like traditional makeup. And so make sure you're pulling back very lightly. Girl, I'm right here with you. I'm on my first cup right now, too. I don't think I've been out of town, so I don't know. But our sales will start tomorrow. They'll stay in place, and they change on Tuesdays. So I don't know, actually, because I've been out of the loop right now. And then the barely pulling back on the trigger is what you're going to want to practice. What I suggest, if you are new, is do it on a paper towel. Or if you have somebody in your house that will let you airbrush them, your husband, your mom, your sister, your daughter, whoever, if they'll let you airbrush, sometimes seeing it be done helps tremendously, because then, when we're airbrushing ourselves, it's harder, obviously, to see what it's looking like, as far as like, you're not going to see it come out. And so if you can do the paper towel, stay 4 finger widths away, keep moving, barely pull back on the trigger, then that's going to help you visualize what's actually happening, and then you'll know how this works. So that's one thing I would suggest if you are new, to make sure that you're doing this correctly. And again, it does take some getting used to, so it's okay. It's okay. Brianna, are you not on the replenishment program? Girl, we have a replenishment program that it's like a VIP program where you get the foundation sent to you and you can pick the frequency of that and you get the better deal. You get, and you can get anything on that. So if you run through, like go through our Superfruit cleanser, or, lip liner, the vinyl slick liquid lipstick, you can put anything on there, which is pretty cool too. All right, so let's get started. Let's talk more Dewey. Girl, check it out. It is the VIP program and they send it to you automatically. You get to pick the frequency, and then and wait, hold on, where did I just see? Yeah, so you get to pick the frequency, and then if there's anything else you want to add, you can do that too. All right, so I'm actually going to use, I need to go get another silk. I'm out of my silk. So I'm going to start with the Ultra. Oh, since we have some new people, I'm actually going to start with our blush. Our blush is super high pigmented. This is the soft rose. Well, let me get one that's opened. I'm going to start with the soft rose blush. That's somewhere around here. Maybe I'll start with plum. Oh, here it is. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with the soft rose blush. So Candy, the Epic it has the video in there, and it goes step by step on what to do. But so if you're going to get a new system and you've been airbrushing, you would want to get like a new icon, because the Epic's great because it has instructional videos on it, which is kind of nice. But if you've been airbrushing for a while, you might want to go with like a new Epic or something. A new icon. All right, so now I'm going to turn on my system, and again, I can feel this air. Now, if you're like, why are you doing blush first? I do blush first because our blush is super high pigmented, meaning it is going to intensify. It is going to bloom. And so 2 drops, plenty to do it. And I'll go in. I have a new stylus, so I need a spray. There it is. Hold on, guys. Ugh. Let's go on this one now. Let me get my blush again. See what happens when you're out for a weekend. Oh, and I didn't put 1 ounce of makeup on. I was like, I'm not putting any makeup on. Okay, so now I have my blush in here. Lightly spraying. And I'm just hitting my cheeks. So I know exactly where it's going. And that's still just 2 drops. Let me get my mirror real quick so I can see. And there we go. That was the 2 drops of blush. Now what you'll see is that they will start blooming. It'll start coming out a little bit more. So if you're new to airbrushing and new to the blush, this is a good way to do the blush and not worry that it's too much. When people first start using the blush, they're like, ah! And so if you do it this way, I'm now going to do foundation over that. And so it'll blend it very nicely. So if you do get it too much, if you you're like, no, Heather, I love blush, I need 4 drops, and you put 4 drops on, and then it's like, boom, then you'll know you need to soften it up a little bit, but then it's still okay because you're putting the foundation over that. All right, so now I'm going to use the Ultra, but whether you're using Ultra Matte Silk, Mystic, it doesn't matter. It's the same application. Doesn't matter if you have the Legend, the Icon, or the Epic. They're all the same directions. All right, so now when I start my foundation, I make one complete pass. So I'll go in and then I'll start. And notice 4 finger whiffs away. I never stay in one spot. I keep my stylus moving, but I'm also not hurrying. Okay, that was one pass. Now I'm going to hit those spots that I need I need more coverage. So the other great thing with airbrush makeup is not only are you using 10 times less makeup, but you also are going to only cover those areas that you need. And so how it's being applied are like little dots all over your face. So they're like, boop, boop, boop. So it works with your skin. And so you're going in, you're making a pass. Now I'm going to do my coverage here. I can go back under my eyes. Blending this. Under my eye, I do 1, 2, and blend, meaning 1, 2, and kind of move it down. So especially underneath my eyes, and I'm not staying underneath my eyes for too long. And then, thanks, Candy. I can make a pass on my forehead just to blend it. And then my eyelids are darker, so I can go in, make a pass on my eyelids, even put, airbrush over that. Morning, Patty. And now look how blended that blush is. I don't even need as many drops as I put in there. So when you're doing this, guys, start without, who was it that had the questions about the fountain? My other question for you would be how many drops are you putting in? Because that could be a factor too. That would show you that you're maybe using too much. You should be able to do your entire face with about 5 to 7 drops. And so if you're using more than that, that's also going to tell me that you're using too much, that you're spraying too hard. Now I'm going to use Love, and Love is a hydrating illuminator. It is going to give you a little bit of a luminosity, not too much of a shimmer, but it's just going to grab the light a little bit. And so I'm going to do that high cheekbone area. And it kind of gives you that youthful glow. You can put it everywhere. I can even put it on my eyes. But it's just going to grab the light a little bit. So a little bit goes a long way. Oh, Brianna, it's Silk. It's Silk 4-in-1. Yeah, it's the Silk 4-in-1. But get on the website, because I think that's where you can sign up for the VIP program to get it sent to you. And you'll be able to check it out there too. So see how it just grabs the light just a little bit, not too much. You can mix a drop of the Silk. You can mix a drop of Love in your blush to lighten the blush. And And if we get to like and today we'll talk about it, lightening and, you can even darken, but you can lighten a foundation and the different ways, because everything mixes together with Luminous, which is great. And so you're able to really do whatever you want with it. I'm going to finish up with some lip jelly. I love this stuff. This is a lip plumper. Now that my nails are getting longer, I have to do this in a way that I don't get it under my nails. And so it does have a little bit of tingle to it. It feels like you ate too many Red Hots. So it's not too bad. And you get used to it really quickly. But I love putting this on when I first start my makeup, just because it's going to help plump the lips. It's going to help nourish the lips before putting on any color on the lips, which is great. So there you go. All right, guys, you're with me all day long. So we are really going to have some fun today. I'm just taking over basically. And so I'll do what I want to do. But we'll have some fun. We'll talk about mixing and, darkening, maybe some contour. We have been talking about contour lately. A lot of questions about that. We'll talk about lightening and darkening colors. We'll do some airbrush eyeshadows. What else can we do? Just whatever y'all want. Whatever you want. Patty, you just received yours? Let's see. Your whole system? Tamberly, no, you did not. It did not send before I left, and so I'll make sure it sends today. But then let me know that you did get it, because I don't want to send it twice either. So it did not send, and then I found that out when I was on my vacation, which I didn't have internet or cell service, so that's why. I'm sorry. All right, guys, I will see you back here at 10. We will have some fun at 10. Oh, the lip jelly. I was like, Patty, you airbrush. So I was so confused. Did you like it, Patty? You like it? I love it. I mean, and you see Renee and we use it as our lip product. We put it on with a lip liner, and our lip liners are amazing just for the fact like they're creamy, but there's no movement, and which is really great. So, all right. Yay. All right, Candy. All right, guys, I will see you back here at 10 o'clock. Hope you all have a wonderful Monday if you're not able to come back, but hopefully you are, and we will have some fun today. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.